You are? I don't see you on. Are you live on Instagram too?
Instagram and YouTube. Should be. Let me see.
Yeah, we are live here for sure.
Hmm.
Let me see on your Instagram.
Yeah, look at YouTube.
Oh, perfect.
YouTube, we're
Okay.
live on YouTube. Let's see. Instagram.
Okay.
Just checking my Instagram. Okay, 1 second.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you wanna just do Instagram like
Like on
manually?
my phone.
Or you have your question there?
You mean like doing Instagram like with another device?
Yeah. But I wonder if the sounds.
Yes, I feel like it will have like echo. The echo. Uh, yeah, I only see YouTube connected, but it says that it's streaming on Instagram though.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
okay, but I don't see you live on Instagram.
What about YouTube? Did you check YouTube?
Let me see. What's your name on YouTube again?
It's the same. Thrive with Nurse Olivia.
I
Yeah.
think you live. Yeah, you're live there.
Okay. I'm live on YouTube. So hi guys. I We're trying to connect to Instagram at the same time. So we're gonna stream on both Instagram and YouTube. So give us a couple minutes. Um, Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see YouTube. We're live.
yeah, YouTube is live. I can see it. So.
Hi, Christelle.
I think. Are you trying to connect on Instagram?
It says that I'm connected. It says that it's streaming
Okay.
on Instagram, which
Is
is
someone able to confirm that your sister?
um she said she's not able to see me live on Instagram, just on YouTube for some reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see people logging in. Yeah, in YouTube, not Instagram. Thank you for your patience, guys. Merci pour votre patience. On est en train d'essayer de connecter sur Instagram aussi. Mhm. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we'll start on YouTube. Like we're gonna go ahead and start, and then later on, I can always upload it to my Instagram,
Okay.
the live. Cause yeah, why it's not. Okay, guys, can you start sharing this live to your friends, your people on Instagram, on so they can use the YouTube link to join into the live on WhatsApp. Just share, send it to your friends and everybody. We're about to start our lives. Um, Sorry for the delay, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Olivia. I am a nurse now for almost 3 years. I started my nursing school in 2018. Why am I thinking? Yeah, 2018, and it's been like almost 3 years that I'm a nurse now. I work in oncology, in med surge, and I love it. I love nursing. Uh, I'm enjoying it, and I feel like doing stuff like that, like lives and sharing what I know, what we know, is really good, so that people around us who are interested, or people who are just thinking of going to nursing school, they may have like resources, people who have been through it. So the goal of this life is really like to share experience, what we wish we knew in nursing school. I wish I had someone who already was in nursing school when I was in nursing school, Like I wish I had someone, and I met Gaelle in nursing school. I was still in nursing school. I was crying. Gail actually just came, and then she talked to me after the phone call. I felt so much better.
Oh, wow.
So, the reason why we are doing this is just to make you guys comfortable, to tell you, hey, nursing school is not, it's not a big deal. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
If we were
For
able to
sure.
do it, then you can do it. In the chat, if you can hear me, just type in yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Before I give Gaelle the opportunity to introduce herself,
Okay. And also, you don't want to use your phone to join manually on Instagram, just making sure.
just in case. Okay.
I was just wondering because, just to make sure.
Because the thing is, I don't want to have the echo, like
Okay,
l'écho.
but you want to try if he does that, then we end.
Okay. Yeah,
I
we
just
can.
want to make sure that, people who are waiting on Instagram,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. We go live on Instagram too.
I'm sorry. I don't know we already started, but I wanted
Yeah,
to
it's okay.
mention.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm live on
Uh,
Instagram with my phone. So with another
okay.
device. Okay, and I see you.
I join, but oh,
Like,
okay. Am
live.
I am I connected?
You should be connected in a second.
Perfect. Perfect.
There you go. What I'm gonna do, yeah, there's
There is, yeah. Um, all right. At least we tried.
people on Instagram. Can you hear me? Yeah, there's the echo. Yeah, on YouTube they can hear us, so it's great. Okay, guys, since we have an echo, we're just gonna end the live on Instagram and focus on YouTube.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay.
There we go. I think we will have a bigger audience here on
Okay.
Instagram too, but I can always like
Upload.
post the live on Instagram later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna start again with my introduction. My name is Olivia. Thank you so much for joining. I see Erika Mwamba. Hi, Erika. I see Esther, Dissam, Christelle. Welcome, Gloria. Thank you. Share the link to your friends. Invite people to join in because this live, we scheduled it, I think, a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was at work. I was thinking about my idea for the ideas for my next live, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm gonna invite Gaelle. She will share her experience. She will tell us like how was nursing school for her. And then I sent her a text. It was just quickly, hey Gaelle, are you interested to like being the like a guest on my next live? She was like, yeah, sure. Just so easily. I was expecting like a long speech or something like an excuse, but she was like she was willing to participate. And I was like, well,
Why not? I
yeah.
mean, I'm
I mean, it's
available.
yeah. The thing is, sometimes we're just busy, right? And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe she has stuff
No.
to do, or but you are willing
No.
to do it because we both
Always.
have in heart to share what we know. We don't want to just keep the knowledge for ourselves, and we don't just want to thrive by our own. We want everybody else to have, kind of the same privilege or the same
Yeah.
opportunity, like the same knowledge,
Yeah.
or just to know about things that we didn't know for sure. Um, okay. Gael, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay. All right, everybody. My name is Gaelle. I'm a family nurse practitioner with a doctorate degree, and I'm also a nursing professor. So I do teach nursing. I have a master degree in nursing education for that. And then I have a bachelor degree as a registered nurse. So I've been a nurse for almost 10 years now. And I love it. I love it. 10 years is a long time. Um, and I've been a family nurse practitioner for now 3 years. And other than that, I'm also a nurse entrepreneur. I have my own nursing business where I help nursing students be successful in nursing school.
Okay, awesome. Wow. Um, yeah, guys, you said you've been a nurse for 10 years.
Yes, almost 10 years.
Okay, that's a long time. So like, how did it even start? Have you always known that like you wanted to do nursing?
Uh,
'Cause-
I didn't. Nursing was not my top choice.
Interesting.
Straight. No, I wanted to go to medical school. That was like what I wanted to do. But
Hmm.
then I was in California where I don't know if it changed, but back in the day, to even like go to nursing school or contemplating becoming a physician, you had to like be a US citizen, I think. So they didn't let me do it
Okay.
there. So that's kind of how I also just switched. But nursing was like my second options. More
Okay.
so because like back home, nurses are really not well portrayed.
Okay.
So, it wasn't my first choice. But, I don't regret it.
Yeah. So you had that same view of nursing as being like not really well paid.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I didn't have someone I knew who was in nursing school or was a nurse. So I didn't know how nurses were, I mean, what nurses were doing. I didn't know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have multiple hats. Like you're a mom, right?
I'm a mom.
Wife, a nurse
Yeah. Yeah.
practitioner. You work
Yeah.
full time?
Yeah. I work full time.
How are you able to manage all that?
My husband, my husband is a good
Okay.
man. Uh-huh.
Your husband, okay.
He's
Hi
a
to
good
your husband,
man. It's
Livy, where
the
he
yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah. He's the one who really makes it possible for me to even have time. Like right now, is also feeding the kids. So we it's easy because he supports me and he want me to be good and successful in whatever I do. So
Yeah.
yeah, it helps. But it's challenging because I also like I'm also a content creator, you know that. So I
Yes.
also like I post every single day. To
Mm-hmm.
post every single day, you have to edit every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, I edit every single day. I record, I go to work, and I work night shift, so I have
Mm-hmm.
to sleep and then take care of the kid
Yeah.
and still have time for my small business. Is is it's
Yeah.
very challenging.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have the passion for it. It's like
Hmm.
in your heart, and you do it for fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very challenging, but I always think about when I was in school, with no support or little to zero support, and
Yeah.
I wanted to know like a Congolese who was going through the same thing, and I couldn't find any. But now with like everything I do, I have people reaching out, not just Congolese, Nigerians, like South African, just everybody reaching out for help in
Mm-hmm.
nursing school. It's like, oh yeah, it looks like I'm doing something good.
Yes, yes, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. As I said in the beginning, you were very like a blessing to me when I was in nursing school. But even now you are. I keep saying that because really it is important. Even like we don't have Congolese content creators like who are nurses, or we don't have many. Maybe I don't know, but we don't really put ourselves, out there. But
Yeah.
this is gonna change because we decided to really put ourselves out there to help others too. So my next question is, English is not your first language, right? How did you manage that? Because nursing, so you have to be able to speak in English, write in English, yeah, communicating in English as a nurse. How did you do it?
It was crazy.
Did you have to learn English before? Did you speak English in Congo?
I mean, I was in the same class when we grow, yeah. It's like I had zero English. I
I
didn't like
know.
when I didn't even I couldn't say one sentence. Like I don't know. It was just like as soon as I got here, I got very overwhelmed with English and everything, and I was like I didn't know what to do pretty much. But once again, my goal was to start the following school year. So I came to the United States in August of 2012. So the goal was to start the following August, pretty
Okay.
much. I think that's how long they give you for the I-20. Maybe back in the days, I don't know if it changed. So
Yeah.
that was the goal, and in 7 months, I was able to get the TOEFL score. So I was pretty much set to start nursing school, or at least start school because I started with business major.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
So I
another
was set to.
story.
Yeah, I know. I was started. I mean, I started not 7 months, so like 1 year later. But I got the TOEFL score 7 months after. I
Oh.
think. I think so. Now, and then my first semester in school was the craziest semester ever. I think that's
Hmm.
where I got the lowest grade
Hmm.
because I got anatomy, physiology.
Yeah.
Uh, I was just registering for class just like that,
Hmm.
and I realized I had chemistry, I had biology, I had AMP. So those classes requires you to know everything for each exam, right? Like it's not like just for like the exam is not gonna be for like on one or two chapters. The
Yeah.
exam are cumulative, so from the beginning to the end.
Hmm.
And it was very challenging for me. Honestly, I feel like it's a dream because I don't remember how I did it, but I did it
Exactly.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, because I passed and I never repeated the class. But it
Mm.
was very challenging. I think memorization had to do a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to memorize a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I know in Congo we're used to memorizing stuff. Like we had
Yeah.
like a lot of classes all at once, and we had exams, so we had to memorize. I think that made it easier for us to be able to memorize a lot. I think
Yeah,
so.
but memorizing in English is a different ball game for sure.
Right.
Because you don't even know what you're memorizing.
Hmm. But some people say that English is similar to French, like and English are similar compared to like Chinese students, for example, when they come here for the
Mm-hmm.
first time.
Mm-hmm.
English is totally like a new alphabet. It's like they use totally different alphabets and letters. But like people say, oh, it's easier for us, but still, it's challenging. It is challenging,
Yes.
very, because you have to translate in your head, especially when you first start like learning, like when you first start learning English. It happens like you have to translate in your head before answering or before understanding the things, like the concepts. I remember up until I started my clinicals, I had challenges with language. Like I remember a patient ordered some food, like she gave me a menu, she actually said it. But then I pretended as I understood because I told her to repeat so many times. I was like, I asked her, "Can you repeat that? What did you ask?" And then she repeated it, and I was like, I pretended that I understood, and I went ahead and ordered something different than what she asked for it because of the language barrier, um, listening and you know communication was not easy. But so what practically, like what did you do like to overcome that challenge of.
So when it came to the way I would study, I just realized that I had to make it easier for me. So I just kind of switched the way I was studying, and I simplified that for me to understand the basic and to understand the basic so that when I have an exam question, I kind of know the basic, and then and the rest I'll memorize. So it was literally just I had to come up with a game plan. You know,
Something that works for you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I had to come up with a game plan. So I'll take my notes, simplify it, and memorize what I had to memorize. And before
So
you know it, you master English, and it just flows. Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah, me personally, I just remember I was trying to make friends, who were English speakers, and I would just learn how to make a conversation. And yeah, the language barrier is really a big thing. So since you didn't, so who guided you in nursing? Like who even talked to you about nursing?
Uh, Nobody. I didn't have any, even I wasn't like on YouTube looking for YouTube. I didn't even know back then that, like people were doing YouTube. So honestly, I was just studying because even my teachers were not supportive. I had an accent, and nursing school is about how many how many students can pass the NCLEX
Yeah.
at once, and it's not about, no. So pretty much like I was seen as the weakest in the group just because I had an accent, even though I never failed the class, and I never had like a bad grades like in most of my classes after my first semester. Even my first semester, like
Wow.
it was the lowest, but it's not like I had like 2 point something. No, I was still above 3.3. But what I'm saying is, I had like, C plus, stuff like that. So I didn't have anybody to show me how to be successful in nursing school. So I just had to make it
Survive.
happen because nobody else will come and save me, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
You saved yourself.
I
Uh,
mean, I try,
I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
okay. Wow. That's very courageous from you.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody can get credit for this. I'm telling you, I had to learn the hard way. The no chat GPT, no, nothing. Like you had
Yeah.
to learn, memorize, and huh, it's crazy.
Yeah. Now that I think ChatGPT just, I mean, yeah, it wasn't, yeah. We're not using ChatGPT back then.
No, I think it's just recent years that,
It's
people,
recent.
and I still don't know how people are using that for school.
Hmm.
But what I'm saying is, it was the really like traditional way where you had to have your flash, like your flashcards, like I used to write flashcards like for
Hmm.
my class. It was just very, and then thank God I didn't have like I mean, not thank God, but I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids, so I
Hmm.
literally had time for myself to do all these things. But it was very challenging nursing school. I feel
Yeah.
like it was more challenging back then than now, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like things are more like easier, a little easier now, but
Mm-hmm,
still challenging, but a
mm-hmm,
little
mm-hmm.
easier. Uh, but I feel like, yeah, having a great support system is really one of the key in succeeding in nursing school. Like having people around, like your friends, your family who understands your challenge of being in nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not always like behind you. Oh, why don't you hang out with us? Every time we ask you, they don't get mad about that because it happened to me. I was like, I was not as social, like I was not active, like socially. When I was in nursing school, it was just like school, church, school, church, because I had to give myself extra time, like more time even compared to my class, my classmates. They were doing things so fast. They're like when we have tests, like exams. I was not always like the last person to finish my exam, but I was among the last because I needed time. I needed time, and I did not feel bad about that. Um, but having that support system really, and also the professors, you mentioned that they did not make it easy for you. That's even harder.
Yeah, I had in my very first like clinical, no, my very last clinical day in nursing school, my bachelor degree.
Hmm.
My preceptor told me that she was not gonna sign me off because she doesn't believe I'm ready to become a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to school in a very small town, n- not so diverse town.
Hmm.
So, and once again, a kid from Africa with an accent, a very thick French accent, where like every sentence you say is like, uh-huh, huh, huh? You see, so it's like everything you do, they just look at you like she doesn't even know like what she's doing.
Hmm.
So she told me that, and it was a whole big meetings and all that stuff with the school because I had to prove to my teachers that I was capable.
Oh
I
wow.
was literally about to graduate, like my family was flying here to come, and I'm here dealing with the fact that I may not even graduate because this teacher doesn't think that, I'm ready to become a nurse, which is, you know,
Yeah,
it
it's
was very
crazy.
challenging,
Hmm.
to say the least. It was very challenging, but the support, because I met my husband when I was still in nursing school.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the one kind of just encouraging me. I remember,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I remember. I always tell this story. My not That was not my last semester, but throughout the entire nursing journey, I had challenges, and I remember my second semester of nursing school. I was done. I was like, you know what, Gaelle, just you cannot do it, right? You
Oh wow.
cannot do it.
Yeah.
go ahead and just drop out of nursing school and then switch major because you literally can't do this. This is hard. This is very difficult. You're not gonna graduate. Because I was like not failing, but the passing rate in my school was 77. And
Okay.
I had 74. And then
Okay.
we only had one exam left, the final exam. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get 77.
Oh wow.
I don't know. And then it was the very first semester in nursing school.
Okay.
And then that class was nursing fundamentals, like the very
Fundamentals.
nursing 101. I was like failing miserably. And I was like, I will be able to pass this exam. I was literally panicking. No, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the night before, but it was like the week leading to the final.
Yeah.
So I went to the registrar office to go drop out because I was like, I don't know if this measure is for me, and I'm sure I'm not gonna be able to pass. And the only reason why I wasn't able to because I missed the deadline for drop off or drop out, whatever it's called, by by 1 day. So I went to drop out of that class, I think, but they told me that I missed the day, the deadline. If I wanted to drop, I had to drop out of the entire school and wait 1 year to resume.
Mm-hmm.
So I was left with no choice
Yeah.
but to study for the exam and pass because I couldn't drop out of that school, and I was F1, so it was just like I don't know what to do. I have to
Yeah.
study for this exam. I know I'm not gonna pass, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah. There's only like one option for you.
Yeah, because I had to stay in status, for my F1. So, and I passed with 77. So that was that was the grade I needed to pass 77. And I literally had 77 and
Mm-hmm.
then I passed that, and I told myself I'll never put myself in this situation ever again.
Okay.
So, and then the remaining classes, I did good.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, for me, like when I was in nursing school, the passing grade was 75. And yeah, I remember on my last semester of nursing school, I passed all my classes. It was just my what class? Is it like the capstone where like when you do your clinicals, you have to do like a certain amount of hours. You
Mm-hmm.
do your clinicals and you have to pass the class too, like the ATI exams. Um, but I failed that exam and I could not graduate from nursing school. I had 73 and the passing grade was 75.
Um,
I cried because my graduation was already planned. People already got invitation. My parents got their visa to come for my graduation. Like, so they told me that I would not be able to graduate with that grade. That was May 2022. So it was either I redo the class during the summer because that class actually determined how well I would do in NCLEX.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
were not sure about me that I would be able to pass my NCLEX. So I was able to talk to them and they said, okay, you can still walk, you can still do your graduation, but you won't be able to have the degree, like
Mm-hmm.
you're not graduating like officially. You still have to retake that ATI class. So I took the whole summer, the entire summer to prepare for my NCLEX, like redoing the class. And then after that, in December, I graduated again. That was like my official graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And my probability of passing the NCLEX was 97% based on the ATI results, which previously it was lower. So so it was just like strategies that I was not using. Like nursing school, even if you're smart, you really have to have strategies. Like you have to be able to learn how to study smart and not hard. You can be smart, like the smartest individual, but nursing school will make you doubt your intelligence, your abilities. Um, I stopped looking at my like I stopped aiming for A's, only having A's, because for me, success was having A's in all my classes. If I had B or C, I was so mad. I'm like, why? It's not even that makes me a good nurse now.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, I'm not even looking at my grades now. People like in the hospital when I apply, they don't ask you for your transcript.
Yeah, they don't. They
Why are we so
don't.
hard on ourselves like that? Why do you think nursing students um I don't know, why do you think nursing school is hard?
Nursing school is hard.
Why do they
Nursing school is hard.
make it hard?
Nursing school is hard, but I
Yeah.
feel like they it's just is challenging, but it's 100% doable. You know, it's just also us. We have a different story because coming from a French speaking country
Hmm.
and transitioning to, because to English, I always told my classmate back then, like, you knew Tylenol since you were a kid, right? Because that's what you used to get maybe after getting the vaccine and whatever.
Yeah.
But I just learned about Tylenol last year, right? Like in nursing school.
Hmm.
So in a question, exam question, if you see Tylenol, you can quickly say no, that's not the wrong answer. That's
Hmm.
not the right answer because you know what Tylenol does. But me, I wasn't taking Tylenol, so I don't even know what Tylenol is.
Yeah.
So we don't start at the same level. They're definitely American. They're definitely ahead of us. So trying to catch up with the language, but also learning a different way because we just graduated in high school in Congo,
Yeah.
where we don't learn the same way, and now trying to like switch up everything to the American version. That's what makes it challenging. And then you left your family back home, you here by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everything.
And then here, technology is more advanced. Like you get used to using computers. I don't know if you in school back in Congo, you were using computers like or Canvas for homework.
Mm-mm,
So those were really like the new things that you had to adapt to.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the homework,
yeah,
not missing out deadlines,
yeah.
reading the syllabus, like reading. We're not used to reading in Congo. Like we don't read instructions, but here, like everything is on the paper, all the rules.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely that, like, one of the factors that makes the school difficult and challenging. But
Hmm.
it's doable. I always tell people, nursing is a beautiful career. You open up a lot of opportunities. It's hard, but it's doable.
It is doable.
Hmm.
So, what was your hardest class in nursing school? What were your hardest classes if you had more
Med
than?
surge, med surge.
Okay, yeah, because that's like the general.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was hard. But by the time I was taking the class, my English was kind of
Mostly.
better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I could understand stuff, but because it was just a lot of overwhelming information,
Mm.
so that's what made it challenging. So what about you?
Mine was labor and delivery. For some reason, yeah,
That's
labor and
crazy.
delivery was my hardest class because I just feel like the women's health is there's a lot about women's health. Um, yeah, it's just like I remember my labor and delivery teacher was telling me, "You will be a great labor and delivery nurse." I looked at her, what? Um, but yeah, labor and delivery, yeah, that was really my hardest. Pediatric was the clinical was because I wanted to be a pediatric nurse. That was like what I wanted to become. Like I was like, oh, I want to be a pediatric doctor. Actually, I wanted to do medical school too. Uh, but after my clinical in pediatrics, I was like, wow, I don't think I'll be able to stand seeing babies in pain or ill, like suffering like that. I don't think I want to do pediatrics. Um, yeah, right now I work in the med surge floor oncology. It's also challenging to see people suffering like that. But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, med surg is hard.
but
Med surg.
you have a book, right? You created a
Mm-hmm.
book. Is it a med surge book or
No,
like books?
it's a general. It's for like for nursing school in
Mm-hmm.
general. So I just pretty much wrote down the way I was studying, the way I was breaking things down, to simplify the way I will understand things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like just I have it here, It's
Okay.
not
Yeah,
just like a
you
med
can
surg.
show us.
It's not just for med surg, even though med surg is the bulk of the book, because med surg is nursing. That's where we get like everything for med surg. But
Mhm.
the book, this is how it's shipped, like here.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
have it here. You will succeed. And everything with this is just, let me tell you guys, everything
Yeah.
is so personal,
Yeah.
because I share with you that when I was in nursing school, I didn't get support from my teachers. So nobody, like, they literally saw me as the weakest in the group, and they even advised me to drop out and change major, right? So, and when I was getting all the DM from different nursing students struggling in nursing school, I was like, okay, I want to motivate them, right? I want to make things easier for them. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, there's like many, many, many study guide over there. I mean, like out there, but mine was also just truly based on my own personal experience. That's why
Okay.
you see I have You Will Succeed, because nobody told me that I will succeed in nursing school. So
Oh.
if you get my book, I'm telling you that you will succeed, right? Not just from getting it, but from you not giving up, right? So
Okay. Okay.
that's one thing. And sorry guys,
Yeah,
it's
the
been,
books is very intentional. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So this is how, let me just open it. Nobody will buy
I
this
put it on
one.
a bigger screen so people can see that very well.
Yeah, nobody will buy this one. So I have like, this is okay. So this is how the books look, and it's like 340 pages
Okay.
worth of nursing school material. So it's not just like research, it has pediatric, it has nursing. So this is like
Fundamentals.
nursing fundamentals. You guys can't really see, but nursing fundamentals, and like um peds, mental health, med surg 1, med surg 2, um pharmacology. And then the last chapter I have here, I named it like nursing career development. And that's just me giving you advice on what else can you do, because some people just think nurses work in a hospital. You don't have to work in a hospital. You can become a school nurse. You can work in a clinic.
Okay.
So that type of knowledge that we don't get to do clinicals in schools, right? We don't get to do clinical in as a case management. So just showing you that there's a lot of option there, opportunity there for you once you become a nurse. But yeah, so this is the book, y'all. It's a
Nice.
lot of pages and pictures for nursing students.
Yeah. Are you a visual learner?
I am.
Yeah, I think
I
a
am.
lot of people are visual learners too. And
Yeah. So
someone in
that's
the
my
chat
first
said
baby.
they have it.
Naomi, is that
No.
Naomi? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She has it.
So, Gail, do you have discount or like special
I do.
prices for
I
people?
I can make discounts.
You can,
I'm the
okay.
I'm the owner, so I get to
All right.
decide.
Definitely.
I get
Because
to
I had
decide.
one, she's a nursing student. She was like, oh, I would like to get the book. Hopefully, she said, I would like to get the book for free. And then we told her, for free? And then she said, hopefully, she has discounts. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll ask her. Um,
Yes, is she here in the chat? You don't know.
Angie, no, she's not. I don't see her. I don't see her, but I can always give you her number.
Yeah. Or I can, I'll give, at the end of this live, everybody just, if you go to my website and you write Olivia, Nurse Olivia, you're gonna get um I'll think about how much.
Okay, can you repeat what you just said? Um, Let me. Gaelle, it looks like she got disconnected. Yeah, let me call her back. Yeah, I see people. Yes, please. I want to get it for a friend. Yes, Angie, she's right there. Gail. Let me see. I don't see her anymore.
Mm,
Hey, Gail. Okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yes, you're back.
Yes.
Something happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was still here. So if you use Nurse Olivia, you're gonna get a discount. Okay.
Okay.
I'm literally creating the discount live here.
Okay. Let me put it in the chat for people. Nurse Olivia, like in one word or separate.
One word.
Okay. Guys, the royaume des cieux appartient aux violents. We have
Vraiment.
French speaking people here. Yeah,
Yes.
Angie's right here. She's Angie and Faith. She's connected.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna write the discount. But yeah,
Yeah, for this.
so the is it was just a way for me to put my notes into a book and yeah, I did it.
Yeah, definitely. It's really like individualized. Um, I think that's makes it even special because it's not something you got from like the internet or chat GPT or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
like based on your own experience.
Yeah,
That's powerful. Hmm.
yeah, is for my notes, it's nursing is nursing. It's just depend on like how you study and how you want to simplify your your study time. As I said, like there's multiple study resources that you can find there. You know, like on the internet. It just depend on your learning style and also maybe who you want to support and it depends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned about your studying strategies. Like one of it was to write flashcards, like to write down like flashcards.
Yeah.
And were you also like reading the using the study guide to study? Because I remember I was trying to like I used the study guide, answer the questions. Also like learning how different teachers, professors ask their questions. Um, also like just doing the practice NCLEX questions. But like really my way, for me, the way I was studying what was like using study guides, because in the beginning I did that mistake to try to read the book. I started reading the books, you know, the big nursing books.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I can make it. So that's even got me very discouraged about nursing school, because I was like, there's no way for me to read the book. How can I study for nursing school? So I was using my notes. I remember I bought like a recorder, like I was recording the lectures, so that every time I would just listen to it, listening, writing down. And also, since I'm a visual learner, I would also just make like draw things.
Yeah.
Um, but I did not use flashcards. It didn't work for me. Yeah,
Really?
it didn't.
I
Yeah.
feel like flashcards, like I have my pharmacology flashcard here.
Yes.
I feel like flashcard helps at least for me because I am a visual learner and also I visual, but I study better when I repeat information.
Okay.
So flashcards, some information because I have a pharmacology flashcard and I have pharmacology in my book as well.
Yeah.
So the difference is the book is the book, right? You can't really like bring this to church. You see what I
Okay.
mean? It's like it's
Okay.
too bulky, it's too heavy. This
Yeah.
is good like when you study at home in the library, that's good. But
Yeah.
then if you at work, let's say you work as a CNA
Yeah.
or a tech, having this, for instance, you can easy like it's it's easy access like see what I mean? Like you can
Yeah.
easily
It's
access that.
handy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for, right? You can easily access it and study like that. And really, I used to make this like manually. I used to have huge like power like I remember because back in the day like I didn't have Snapchat uh and anything like that, so I lost all the picture I had throughout nursing school, but I used to write down flashcards.
And that was helpful.
It
Yeah.
was helpful because that's how I passed.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Someone said, can you guys talk about the NCLEX? Um, yeah, the NCLEX is also a major thing in nursing, because you have to pass the NCLEX to be licensed as a nurse. But yeah, we talked about study methods. So you just have to know what works for you. If you're a visual learner, if you understand better by speaking out loud, or like repeating the information to your friends, trying to teach it to your friend using your own words, just learn like what works for you. And that's really how you be able to pass in nursing school. Study smart and not hard. um, I remember someone told me that you have to study for 30 hours in nursing school per week.
Wow. I mean, but by the time you start, you don't even realize how
You,
long you've been studying, to be
yeah,
honest. You
I
don't
was
you don't even realize because there's just so much information.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's crazy. There's just so much information. I remember because I enrolled in my master program when I was still doing my bachelor program. So I my bachelor,
Oh,
so I got my degree in August and I started
mm-hmm,
my master degree in August.
mm-hmm.
So I didn't have my NCLEX then. So I had to study for the NCLEX while I was in my master program. And I only gave myself 2 weeks to study because I was like, I'm not gonna, I don't have a choice because I was like I was gaining exams for my master degree
Yeah.
while studying for my bachelor degree. I just thought it was very distracting.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm just gonna study for 2 weeks here and then just get that done. And for me personally, NCLEX was not hard. It
Mm-hmm.
was actually one of the easiest exam I had
Yeah,
in
compared to the
nursing school.
nursing school exam like
Yeah,
ATI or
NCLEX was very easy.
yeah.
Yeah, I literally, so I feel like it's also like you also depend on your mindset, because the way I went to take the NCLEX, I was like, I never took this test before. I'm going to see how bad it's gonna be. If
Okay.
it's very bad, then I have to study very hard. If I go and I pass, okay, I passed. And
Okay.
then back in the day, I passed. I took the exams. The passing score was 75 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So at 75 question, the computer stopped, which I knew I was passing because how easy it was for me to answer those questions.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, we have a nursing. No, she's not a nursing student. She graduated. Naomi, she graduated already, but she is, I think she's studying for her NCLEX. I know now they have a newer, like the newer generation NCLEX, which is not the same style as we like. Because I remember when I did my NCLEX, it was the last year for that generation. Now it's the newer generation, and I heard that their style is like study cases. Like they give them study cases, and they have to show like
So,
how they would do in this situation, what type of assessment, what would be
wow.
like your first respond to this. Okay, Naomi's in masters. Okay, she's doing her masters. Okay, that's
Oh, you,
awesome.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome.
And then
What is this? I'm trying to check out okay, by the way, the coupon Nurse Olivia is now live. So
awesome.
if you get nurse, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but you get $13 off on the study guide.
Okay, great. How can they access to that? Do you have? Can you put it in the chat, like your website when
I
where they
can
can
see
put
the
it
chat, but I don't know if I'm able to
to write down?
um
Yeah, you are. It's on
uh
the.
it's masteringnursing.school.com.
Okay.
But I don't know where to type though. Yeah, I can see maybe because I'm not the owner.
But do you see like the chat
Yeah,
thing?
I see the chat, but I just can't type. Oh, you
Okay.
know what? Let me see this one. What's this?
This one, because there's a private chat for the two of us too. Like
Oh, okay. No,
you
this
can
is one. I
can
can
you
see
write
that one. You want me to
can
write
you
that
write
there?
yeah, just write it down there and then I can copy and paste to the big chat. Yeah, Naomi's taking her NCLEX next week.
That's awesome, Naomi.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have in stores like flashcards, nursing school, nursing pharmacology flashcards, and nursing fundamentals flashcards as well. No, nursing fundamental is sold out. Sorry,
Oh, it's
but
sold out?
I have this sweater. Yeah,
She's like, yeah, some people are
yes,
buying it.
it's sold out.
It's
Like
really
it goes crazy. Like it goes crazy. But I have the pharmacology flashcards as well. So in my website, there's
Mhm.
always way because I always put stuff on sale, and there is a way like if you buy like two or more products, you get more sales. So, uh,
Okay.
yeah, like it's like the more you buy, the more you save. So just FYI.
So they have
Yeah.
to use the discount Nurse Olivia.
Yeah, and it ends at midnight because it's just for us. That's it.
Okay, thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Uh, nice. Tuka Naomi, good luck. I think you will do it. Tu vas passer.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much, Ari.
so inspiring. Yes, she is. That's the reason why I invited her to this live because she's gonna communicate that inspiration. And like how was time management for you in nursing school?
I didn't have. time to manage because that's all I was doing.
Oh, okay. So nursing school was your life, like like
Yeah, once again, I was a F1 student. I couldn't work, I couldn't, do anything else. So I was just doing nursing and I was living in a small town. There is not much to do there.
okay.
Um, yeah, I was literally just going to school, come back, and I was living in the dorm.
Hmm.
So you go to school, you come back, you study. That's really all you do.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any extra stuff like I do now. So it was easier that way.
Wow.
Hmm.
Um. So how was like? Did you ever get depressed in nursing school? Or like,
No, I feel like it was looking back in my life because I was doing back to back to back, which honestly I did it, but
mhm,
I don't really recommend it for multiple reasons that I could share if someone asked me for my opinion. But I
yeah.
was doing like back to back school. So um at some points I was like, okay, I'm living in this small town. I don't want to look back and think about my 20s and having memories of just being a nursing student or
Okay.
being in nursing school. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, I moved close to my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. So
Okay.
I moved closer to him so I can just at least go out on a Saturday night, just
Mm,
go eat because I didn't have that. I would literally just stay in my dorm the entire time because I was living in a small town and I didn't know anybody there. So
wow.
I moved with him and thank God COVID hit. Not thank God, but
Yeah.
thank God in a way that the school didn't want me to move. But I was like, I'm moving, but because I was F1, I had to stay in town. But with COVID, everything went
The
online.
route changed. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I moved in December and then lockdown was in March. So I was like, oh, great.
That works out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like I wasn't depressed, but when I realized that okay, my life is about to be just nursing and I didn't want that, I definitely made some changes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Awesome. So mindset wise, what helped you to go to the DNP, like from RN to DNP? Where did you
Hmm.
get the
Big.
motivation?
I
Yeah.
mean, I just wanted to be more in control of patient care.
Mhm.
Because my first option was to become a physician.
Yeah.
Since I didn't really which is not too late, because I was telling my husband, you know what?
It's never late, my dear.
Yeah, because I only had like I only need to take 4 classes to apply for med school.
Oh,
But
right now?
do I have to do it? Do I want to do it?
Hmm.
Probably not, but it's still a possibility.
It's still
So
doable.
yeah, so I was yeah, because I didn't went that and then I don't see okay, let me just rephrase that. Becoming a physician doesn't mean that it's the top of the top because I don't regret my decision. So I'm in the point in my life where I know it's still possible, but do I want it? Do I really need to do that? That would be more for, oh, she's a medical
Just for
doctor. That
achievement.
maybe for approval. But do I really want that? You see what I mean? What is it gonna change in my life right now? You see what I
Yeah.
mean? Is it just I mean for the title?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. I got
Mm-hmm.
a title, right?
Clock it.
So
Clock it. So yeah. So what about money wise?
you know what?
Isn't that gonna pay more?
Yes, but you know what? Nursing also have you have a lot of opportunity as a nurse
Make
to
more
to get
money.
to get the money. So
Yeah.
of course the money is great with nursing. We've
Doctor. Yeah.
with doctor.
Mm-hmm.
No, with physicians because yeah, with
Oh, because
physicians.
yeah, because in nursing there are also doctors in nursing.
No, there's also doctors biology, there's doctor in physiology, There's doctor is RT, respiratory therapist. There's literally like you can be a doctor as a teacher.
Yeah.
So you can be doctor as everybody. Uh but but they're physician, right? So I'm a doctor as a family nurse practitioner. So yeah, I just like my school was offering that and I was like, you know what, that's the next that's the best option for me, right, to do. So I did it for 3 years. I liked it and I got tired of it and I retired.
What? You retired?
Yes, I'm done. But
You're like in your 30s or like,
mhm. Yeah,
okay,
it's
that's
it's a long story. To move close to your boyfriends. Thanks for
yeah.
the invite. We want to move
What
close
do
to the
you mean,
boyfriends
Nema?
there. Uh-huh. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, as Gaelle
Don't
said,
be
it
don't be
feels like
moving close to boyfriends. Oh, I didn't ask you to go.
this was like for to have that social life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But back then we were together for like what for like 5 years, and it
Okay. So
was it
you
was
knew each
just
other.
yeah. Yes, I'm retired.
Yeah, it looks
People.
like people are wanting to know more about that. Like, what do you mean you're retired? You're not a nurse practitioner? What?
So how can I
Now
say
you have
that?
to explain.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I'm
I
just
mean,
going through identity crisis right now. And
okay.
so let me tell you this. No, no, like I love like I love being a nurse, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things I also love beside nursing or inside of nursing as well. So for instance, I always tell myself that once I become a mom, I'll dedicate my time for my children, especially before they turn 3.
Okay.
So when I was pregnant and when I became a mom, I pretty much stopped everything. I didn't work for like almost 2 years. I just
Okay.
stay at home with my kid,
Wow.
right? Because that yeah. So when I say I retired, it's like I haven't really like I haven't been practicing as a nurse practitioner because I decided to stay at home as a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
However, right now I'm still practicing as a nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As a nurse entrepreneur, are you
Mhm.
still like a teacher? Do you still
Oh
teach?
yeah, yeah. But then I do that is like as an adjunct. Adjunct is you teach in the university or community college where the where the need is. So if the
Okay.
community college needs a teacher, it's like PRN teaching.
Okay.
If they
Okay.
need me
I
this
see what it
semester or next semester, I'll go teach. If they don't, or if I don't want to teach, I'm staying home.
is. Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you get paid? Do you get paid as a retired nurse? No, I
No.
don't get paid. I
No.
didn't get any paycheck for 2 years.
Yeah, because you had enough resource, right, to cover that
Uh,
off time. Okay.
mm.
So right now you can still use your RN license.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
that's the best thing
Yeah.
about nursing. Like
Hmm.
you get your RN license. No matter, it doesn't matter how far you go in nursing, you become a doctor, you do like you reach the top level of nursing, you can still use your RN license, PRN, like make that money. You see like a shift, like $1,000, you pick up that shift and you get your check. So there's a lot of benefits of being a nurse.
Yeah, yeah, you are not stuck. So if you don't like anything, for me, I didn't like my job too much as a nurse practitioner, at least in the clinic where I was working. I'm not
Okay.
saying I hate my degree. No, I like it. I can still, like I use it, but I didn't like that job. So when I got pregnant, I was like, great opportunity for me to go because I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, they let me go. I didn't go. I got fired. I forgot. No, I'm telling you, I got fired because I was pregnant.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
C'est
No,
comme une dis-.
Yes, pretty
The
much, because
stimulus. Yeah.
I was having back-to-back babies, so they knew I was gonna be absent again for a long time. So they
Yeah.
told me that they needed someone who be more like active and working for them more. So
Uh,
they,
More available all the time.
mhm,
Yeah, that's what they needed. Okay. Well,
yeah,
um, so yeah, I just hope that because you said that you're going through like identity crisis.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. As a nurse,
as
I'm
a
like, I
nurse,
don't
yeah.
want to do those. Like, I want technically, I wanted to like, I my goal was to retire at 30
Mm-hmm.
for 3 years. So which I almost did. So
Mm-hmm.
and then I miss working. So I was like, okay,
Yeah. And Naomi said you should sue.
it's okay.
Yeah, she said it's okay because her goal was
It's
also
fine.
like to stay home with her.
Yeah, it's fine. They just made it a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
It was a discrimination, a
Mhm.
discriminatory act. Yeah, but I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone say you love love. Was that long?
Yeah, that
Simple?
was name
Oh
when you
yeah.
said that you moved closer to your boyfriend.
Oh, I love my man.
Yeah. And he made a comment here. Isn't my wife the most beautiful woman on the earth? Is it what he said? Yeah, he said something like that.
Did
I
he?
was like, okay, Levi, okay.
Am I have the most beautiful?
She
Oh.
is. Yeah, I really love the support that you said that your husband, who was your boyfriend in nursing school, that he was offering to you, and until now, I can see that like for you being a successful nurse entrepreneur, you have to have someone like next to you who encourages you, who also like helps out with the kids, especially now you have a life that you have to participate in. If your husband did not understand that, if you that
Mm-mm.
would that would not have been possible.
Mm.
Yeah. um
Yeah.
so what's something about nursing school no one warns you about, like?
I want to say the challenge. No, the challenge you guys are warned already. I would say um, the emotional roller coaster you can go through,
Hmm.
by seeing sick patients. You know, you have four patients. Uh, you leave a room or one patient died, right? You take care of a bed patient,
Hmm.
and then the next door you have a patient that's perfectly healthy, and you have to put on a smile and say, hi, how can I help you? So you literally, so it's like back and forth. Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah,
challenging
that's
as well.
something that, yeah, people don't talk about in nursing school. um like, I remember in nursing school they told us that we nurses, we do the post-mortem care. No, it's like the techs who do that, but we also are supposed to know how to do that. But I missed it. I thought it was just the techs, that's the tech's job. And then I
Mm-mm,
had my first patient who passed, and
mm-mm.
then my preceptor was like, okay, get ready, we're gonna go prepare the body for it to send it to the morgue. I was like, what do you mean? So come on, like, yeah, we went there and did the post-mortem care. We put the body in the bag, and almost, yeah,
Yeah,
brought the body to the morgue by ourselves too, because hospitals are short staff. Sometimes you have to do all by yourself. So yeah,
yeah.
that's also a big thing that you mentioned there. uh Actually, six patients, because yeah,
Wow,
we have
see,
six patients.
that's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's a lot.
Hmm.
That's a lot.
But the good thing is in nursing is you can do anything you want to do. If you feel
Yeah,
like, oh, you don't like your current job, or you don't like your current specialty, you can always change to what
yeah.
works for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not stuck. That's also what I like about it. I don't want to say I don't have any desire to do something else, but
Mm-hmm.
it gives us a lot of opportunities, and also this I mean, it's a stable career. Like, you cannot be a nurse and be broke
No.
unless you have some criminal background, and or unless you don't have bedside manner. But you cannot be in, like, I see a niece say that nursing is not for me. Let me tell you, I have a little sister.
Mm-hmm.
She just turned 30. She has a bachelor degree, I think, in marketing, or something like that. And then she, I don't, outside of science, I don't know what else to be
Yeah.
doing. But she has a master degree as well. And right now, she's going back for a nursing degree. I told her
She's
long
coming
time
here for
ago.
nursing.
I
Yeah.
told her a long time ago, do nursing. She was like, nursing is not for me. But then the type of challenge you face, or when you realize that, oh, my sister, she's literally getting job offered by text message every single day at home, and you see what I mean? You don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to apply. They're looking for you. And so, yeah, nursing is not for everybody, but it's a good career. And I feel like if you have compassionate as a person, you can become a nurse.
That's enough. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and you never gonna be broke as a
Yeah.
nurse. Never,
Yeah.
never.
As long as you're not a psychopath, I'm
Yeah, that's what
psychopath,
I'm saying.
psychopath, you can do it. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I cannot deal with blood. I cannot deal with poop. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Nema
Oh
said,
my God.
does doing nursing
Nursing really
leaves
gives
you.
paper.
I mean, I'm the product of it.
Yeah. Does nursing really gives paper to stay in the US? Yeah.
Yeah,
If you would like to tell us about that, Gail. You said
yeah.
you're the product of it. Mm-hmm.
I got my green card through nursing.
Nursing. Yeah.
Um, Nursing gave me the papers. Um, and there's still, there's a lot of nurses still being sponsored, even with the current organization and everything that's going on. The shortage in nursing is just crazy. That people like, and then that's one thing our community, like Congolese, don't really know, because there's people from the Philippines, they do nursing there, and they like, they literally get grabbed from the Philippines to come here work as a nurse, and they come with the green card, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So there's a lot of opportunity like that. You don't have to work in big hospitals to get sponsored. I wasn't working in a hospital when I got sponsored, but
Mm-hmm.
here I am. Yeah, so you definitely have opportunity for sponsorship as a nurse.
Yes, yeah, I can. Je peux confirmer cela parce que moi aussi, I myself am being sponsored, uh, through my job by my job to stay here in the U.S. to have a green card. So yeah, nursing is a great way for immigration stability too. Not only financial stability, but also immigration. And yeah, it's a great way even for your family, because I know like people from are coming from Nigeria with their family. Nigeria,
Yeah.
Kenya, there's a lot of people. Yeah.
Um,
So,
Someone said there's the thing that there's a shortage in nursing because I feel like the market is saturated. I don't. You cannot have enough nurses. Is there's a shortage. Everybody's doing nursing, but you have
yeah,
no idea how short nursing nurses are in hospital.
that's crazy, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah. Now, is there's a shortage. That's why people get sponsored. That's why nurses come from the Philippines, from Canada. Even Canada, there's a shortage. If you are a nurse right now, let me tell you, you
Wow.
can become a resident. you can have your green card from Canada right now. If you
Mm-hmm.
are a doctor, you don't even have to be doctor from the US. I see doctor from the UK applying and becoming doctor in Canada and having the papers right now. And I don't see
Wow.
this a lot in the like I mean like I don't see people talking about it a lot in the Congolese community,
Mm-hmm.
but Nigerians are talking about it. Like the same, there's a crisis right now in Canada that they're looking for people in
Yeah.
healthcare.
Yeah. Okay.
If you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, if you are RT, which is respiratory therapist, if you're a PA, and if you want to get sponsored, and here seems challenging when possible, look into becoming a resident in Canada.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. You guys
No.
look beautiful. Thank you.
thank, thank you.
Wow. I have
Yeah.
so many questions here. What time is it? It's
Yeah.
6:52. So
Go
like
ahead.
you're just gonna go with the flow and then, um if you guys have questions on the chat, like we wanna be able to interact with you too. If you have questions,
Mm-hmm.
just put it out there. We will um answer them. And then like I have working in healthcare is a blessing. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. Um, how was your first job experience, Gael?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was terrible. New grad nurse.
Was it in the hospital?
Mhm. This new grad nurse with little to no
Experience.
experience as a nurse, and I
Not
have a
even
really
as a tech.
mm-mm,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So I literally came from school to becoming a nurse. But the thing is, I had a bad manager. It was not so. If you do something good, it won't say anything. But if you do something bad, it's coming with remarks and just so. I didn't feel supported once again, and it wasn't a good environment. But after that, I grew thick skin,
Mm-hmm.
and even though I don't have the best experience everywhere I go, but I feel like I'm more comfortable now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I see that, like, since nursing school, you said that your professors were not making things easy, like, just challenges after challenges. And, like, seeing you where you are right now, it's like somebody will be like, oh, am I ever gonna be a nurse? See, like, look at her story, guys. Like, elle a rencontré des obstacles almost like everywhere she went. Like, um, have you guys worked as techs or CNAs? Did that help you? No, I personally didn't. I started straight, like I got my bachelor's degree and started as a new nurse, fresh. Yeah.
I
No.
tried, but I couldn't.
Oh, you tried?
It
Mm.
wasn't for me. It's the hardest job I never done.
CNA? Which one? As a CNA?
CNA,
Yeah,
it's so hard. Mm-mm.
it is.
I can't. I'm not built for it. I'm soft.
Yeah, I know. You're soft.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, when I see techs, I mean, techs really work hard. The CNAs, they do work hard. It's more physical. You know, I don't go to the hospital to work out. No, no. As a nurse, you do like the physical
You
work too,
do. You
but you also do
do.
the mental. You use your brain. You think. Critical thinking. You use it. I've heard that nursing has a lot of mean girls. Yeah, I've heard something like bully in nursing. Like when you get your first job, for example, you're a new nurse. The old nurses are kind of like they try to make your life hard by bullying you. I did not experience it Uh, I did not for
Mm,
sure, but I know, Gael, you said that you had a preceptor who told you that you will not make
yeah.
it, you will not be like a nurse, a good nurse.
Yeah, but I also my first job, I had all the nurses that, bullied me and trying to made it very difficult for me. Like
Yeah,
I remember technically as a new grad, they're not supposed to give you challenging patient at once. But I remember my very first shift out of orientation, I had like a trach patient. It wasn't like it was just a lot going on with feeding tubes and nobody would help me. Everybody was like watching me, like struggling pretty
yeah,
much. So that's what I'm saying. There's really as time grow, it's been 10 years.
hmm,
I don't have the great experience everywhere I go, but
hmm.
because of my past experience, I grew thick skin. I don't go to work to make friends. I don't have friends at work.
Okay,
I stay in my own bubble. Um, I do my stuff, and I clock out, come back home, because I just know how fake nurses can be and how
people,
they talk about. That's one thing I hate the most is gossiping. I
yeah.
hate that. I just hate gossiping so
Everybody
much.
talks about everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's weird.
So I don't really like that, especially as a nurse where the patients lives are involved. You can help somebody to become a better nurse, but you choose to gossip and not telling the nurse like what to do, and then that affects patient care, and it's just a whole cycle. Everybody gossip.
Yeah,
So I don't really like that.
yeah.
So
It makes the environment toxic.
mhm,
It's
yeah.
challenging. The job itself is challenging, and then adding like toxic coworkers, it's really hard.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why if you have a job that with coworkers, a good manager, it's really a blessing. Um, Also, like don't think like everybody likes you, especially at work. Don't try to be friend with everybody because
Yeah.
definitely nah, it's not safe. Do you prefer inpatients or outpatient jobs? I'm at the point that I would like to try outpatients because I've been in the hospital since I started nursing. Like, yeah, inpatients. I want to try outpatients.
It's not
I feel like
bad.
it's less physical.
It is.
Hmm.
It's less physical for sure.
You don't have to turn the patients every 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
it's
does
a
it
good
pay
thing.
more though?
As a
Sorry.
nurse, I don't think so because it's not physical, and usually outpatient is 8 to 5 or 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So it's like those jobs that everybody wants because they have kids and they want to be off. They don't want to work 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So to get into outpatient sometimes it's challenging. However, the pay may not be as good as working in a hospital.
Yeah.
But as a nurse practitioner, it's different. The
Oh,
Yeah, like the pay could be about the same.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
because
great.
you're the provider,
You're the
you
provider.
know.
Yep. You make orders. Um, Name asks, what's something patients don't know but really should? Really should know to protect their health. You mean patients in the hospital or like just people in general? What do they want to know? Or,
Something patients don't
uh,
know.
guy, you know what? I feel like it's it's better for patients in the hospital. It's good when they have a family member who is in healthcare. I feel like they're able to advocate more for their loved one And when people in the hospital, like nurses, doctor, they know that, oh, this patient has a sister or a brother who is in the medical field, they know about stuff, they handle them more like carefully. I'm not saying that if you don't have anybody in healthcare, you'll be bullied or anything, but I feel like it's like a protection to have someone in healthcare as a patient.
Yeah. 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 I can see how it's it depends because my husband will say otherwise. My husband thinks I'm the worst patient ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another story too. Like
Yeah.
healthcare people as patients, they're really hard to
Yeah,
me.
my husband thinks I'm the worst patient ever. But because the only time I was a patient, because that's when I was pregnant.
Yeah,
So I can see how, because I was very protective of my kids,
as you should. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want any nursing students. I don't want it. I was like, I was so
You
mean.
said no to nursing students?
Yeah, I mean, it was because of the events that led to that. Um, it
Okay,
was
okay.
just too much. At first I was fine, and then I have to fire everybody, including the physician. I was like, yeah, it was just crazy. But I think Nema said, what should the patients, like anybody, like the general population,
Okay.
should know about how to protect their health. I feel
Yeah.
like the most fundamental knowledge is first to have a primary care provider and uh protect I think that's I'm answering correctly, maybe.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, because I understood that in a way that, oh, what's something patients don't know, like patient
Patient in the
in the
hospital.
hospital.
But then she said
Uh-huh.
not in the hospital, people in general.
Okay, okay. Then I think you are in the on the right track to
Yeah.
answering.
I mean, there's a lot of things out there now on social media, but I feel like the most fundamental things is to know the basics. So if you have a primary care provider, and if you're a woman, if you have a OB slash no, not OB, a gynae, those
Mhm.
are the best two things you can do, because when you do your labs, when you do your blood work every 6 months or at least a year, they're gonna talk to you about those results. And then, they're also gonna educate you on things you can do to improve, and get better, if you have any abnormal labs or labs trending into that direction. That's one thing. And, you know,
Mhm.
right?
Yep, yep, yep. Um, I feel like also like in our community, we are scared to go to the doctor because of the bills that will come. Also, we just don't want to find out that we have something that we don't want to have.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, so I think it's good to encourage people to have doctors. Also, yeah, a lot of people they don't have health insurance. They just think it's just expensive here. They just
mm-hmm.
prefer to treat themselves at home. I would say that, it's good to go to see the doctor at least for health checkup. Um, I heard that it was free, like the yearly health checkup was free.
Maybe if you have your insurance,
Yeah, if you have insurance. Sure.
maybe. But in the clinic where I used to work, it was just like maybe $98 for a physical. So it's not
Oh, 98? Okay.
too expensive.
Nema said, and how do you as nurses deal with psych patients, des patients qui vous suivent sur les réseaux sociaux, qui essaient de vous suivre et tout? Oh, that's a good question. I also have a story on that, but I'll let Gaelle say
It
answer.
haven't happened to me.
Yeah.
I never really had a psycho patient like that. Maybe as a psych nurse, you can have some of them, but on social media and at work, I don't use the same name.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean you don't use Gaelle?
I use Gail, but there's
But
so many Gail out there.
there is. Okay. Yeah, but you mean like on your badge? It's not. Do
No,
you?
there was just Gail in the badge, but I'm saying
Mhm.
like my last name, and like we don't refer to each other, like using. I mean, unless we
Last
use like
name?
the Vocera,
Yeah.
then that says the last name. But
Oh,
like what I'm saying is most of my coworkers, all of my coworkers, everybody that follows me don't really no everybody like my coworkers, they don't really know my life
outside of work.
outside of the hospital
Okay.
because I don't talk about it, and that include the patients. Like, of course, the same thing that goes on social media. You don't share your location. You don't talk about where you live, no matter no like no matter who you talking with, right? I'm not gonna meet a patient outside, even if we like the same age and click thing good.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep everything very professional. And once again, after doing this for 10 years, you
Mm-hmm.
learn and you learn, to other people's experience, and then you just learn how to protect yourself. Like the hospital, at least where I worked, they do a good job with like in between shift change, we have police, like we have the police department escorting nurses to the cars, in case there's a crazy patient out there. We already have policemen outside of the buildings. um but I don't really share I don't share my stuff. I don't share anything.
Wow, it's crazy, especially in this world that where social media is like people can find you as long as they have your last name, first name,
Yeah,
last name, they can find you. Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. I don't use, even on social media, it's not my government name. Mavis is not my
Mhm.
government name. Is my middle name.
Yeah, I have a story like that. I was a new nurse, totally new nurse. That was my first job, and like a patient's boyfriend wanted to hang out with me. He found me on social media. I don't know how. Where did he find my last name? I don't know who told him. Did I say anything about my last name? I don't remember. But he started stalking me on social media. He went to my Facebook, Instagram. How did he find me? I don't know. I don't know how he did that. He
No, that's
actually also followed my sisters, and
wow.
it was so bad. That was my first job, and I reported that to my manager. Um, they said, "Oh, you should write like a police report. You should tell the police." And yeah, I involved the police. I every day when quand je sortais du travail, I was asking, a police officer to escort me to my car
Oh,
every time because he went so far that he was even calling me at work. He called the help desk to
wow,
talk to me. And then I
wow,
was telling the secretary, like, how do you like you're even calling me that somebody's looking for me? Who is that person? Like
yeah,
I was overwhelmed. I was a new
wow,
nurse, and then I feel like the hospital, c'est comme si l'hôpital se sentait en danger de m'avoir.
oh,
I felt like I felt that. I'm not work. Je travaille plus là-bas. Because yeah, there was a lot of things in that hospital too. But I had that experience where like
that's
the
crazy.
patient's
Yeah,
boyfriend was stalking me on social media,
I
and I
mean,
felt it wasn't
it
safe.
it happened maybe, but I mean, it can happen. I can, but it's just crazy. I can't even imagine.
I
Yeah,
ended
it's
up
very
getting like
scary.
a restraining orders. Yeah,
Yeah,
for that person, and yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. I can't even imagine. But
It's
yeah,
like you
I
have a
know.
girlfriend. Yeah, go talk to
Oh
your
yeah,
girl.
and then those American, they don't joke. Huh? You taking the man?
And then when they see you, oh, I love your accent. Where are you
Mm-mm.
from? So they start asking you a lot of personal questions too. So guys, if you're a future nursing, you're in nursing school, just be safe, soyez prudent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do not give your information just like that. Oh, where are you from? You can answer that question, but don't tell anything personal about you to the patients
Yeah.
or family. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep, and actually anything about what you do, just keep everything private, even with your, unless you become very like friends and you trust, like you build that trust. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I'll say is like just keep everything private and um don't
Overshare.
share too much. Yeah,
Mhm.
don't share too much.
I think that's everywhere, not just in nursing. Not
Yeah,
just nursing.
yeah, don't share too much because it's very it's ghetto out there.
Hmm. Yeah, I see. Gloria said patients should advocate for themselves. Yes, because just know that you have to be able to advocate for yourselves. As nurses, we do advocate for you. We advocate for the patients that are really our job, but also don't just accept anything to be done on you in when you're in the hospital. Do your
Yeah.
research, learn about what they tell you, you know, just be able to advocate for yourself.
And also know you're right.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
How do you know you're right? You can ask ChatGPT.
But I feel like on admission, when we admit a patient, we tell them
Yeah,
like the right.
yeah,
You have the
we
right to
do.
refuse medication. You have the right to appeal your discharge. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, is there any more question in the chat? Les deux removés. Naomi said, "Thank you so much for saying that."
So was
Okay.
your friends able to get the discount? Because we will be ending the discount soon.
Hey guys, tell me.
I don't want y'all to come and say, Gaelle, huh? Gaelle is trying. Gaelle is
I
trying, I
know.
beg. Gaelle is trying.
Angie, where are you? Ange, est-ce que
Yeah.
did you get the
Because I
discount?
get
So when is the discount ending? C'est quand?
it's midnight, but it's my midnight. So 11
What's your time zone? Is
east.
it Eastern? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So the discount fini at midnight, which is
Yeah.
minuit. Do we have nursing students here? If you're a nursing student, please say something.
As a
As a
nurse.
nurse, how do you place boundaries, especially at the workplace? Gad, do you have
Yeah.
anything to say about that?
I feel like you just by not oversharing, you know, by
Mm-hmm.
not oversharing and just keeping everything private. You know,
Maurice is a nursing student. Yay.
married. Were you able to get your book or anything else? I think you see, I'm being like, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
The book original. Oh wait, there was a question. Yeah, so I think I answered. Did that? Okay,
Oh,
go
not
ahead.
yet. But you can say what you were about to say, and then we'll go back to answering
No,
name.
okay, maybe it was about um MSN student here. Oh,
That's my
Angel is
Angel
a
is a
nursing
nursing
student.
student.
Okay,
Maurice also is, and
but
she
she's
is
doing a MSN.
yes.
Is
And
it
Naomi too.
nurse practitioners, maybe?
Master in nursing. Is it like a nurse practitioner degree, Maurice? Do you want to?
Not yet. I can't click on the link. Or you have to, you can type on Safari, just masteringnursing.school.com. Easy. But yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody though, no pressure. You don't have to purchase anything. I always tell my people there's no pressure. I talk about my product, but you don't have to purchase. If you do, then you get to sell. If you don't, people gonna purchase, it's gonna go back to normal price. Originally, you know how much it was?
How much was it?
It was 99.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? And at 99, I was still getting sales, but I just thought about students wanting to pass. And I was like, okay, if I was a nursing student, wow, just trying to throw it back to how I was back in my school age. And I was like, okay, I'm going to decrease the price for nursing students. So on my website, I think it's 87. On TikTok, it's 89. But right now it's 75 or 70 with the discount. Um, yeah. So
Yeah, and that's a great resource too. Like, it has almost everything that
I want to be
people.
an NP. Oh, so cute.
Maurice, do you have like a bedside experience? Not that you have to, but just curious. Do you think it's good or it's best to have a bedside experience as a nurse before pursuing your master's degree and becoming an NP?
I didn't, but
Yeah.
looking back, I feel like it's beneficial.
Mm.
Not because of the experience of you practicing as a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
but because you get to learn what you want, what you like, and what you don't like.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of prevents you from making a mistake of maybe doing family nurse practitioner over pediatric or neonatal nurse practitioner. Doing neonatal, maybe you just wanted to do women's health nurse practitioner. Doing women's health, maybe you wanted to do psych nurse practitioner. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you don't get to be exposed, if you don't get exposed to the patients, talking to them, you'll be like,
You won't know.
I don't, yeah, like I don't think I like this. I don't, you see what I mean? You like you not, yeah, you have to expose yourself in order for you to know what you want. That's one thing I recommend. But as experience as a nurse, it doesn't matter. As an NP, you learn different things.
You do. Yeah. I feel like having experience is great, but you will be trained when you start a job. You are trained and you learn. You know, Marie said that she's currently a tech. She's working as a tech, but she came from a different, like a totally different background. Um, yeah. And Neymar had a question also, like about lab results. As patients, we do not really know how to interpret and understand the results. Why don't you guys use simple words for us to understand?
Okay.
You're an NP, so why, girl?
No, the thing is, your provider, physician assistants, or physician associates, and nurse practitioner are supposed to call you to explain to you the results.
Mm-hmm.
So they should call you and say, hey, we did your lab and then your hemoglobin was low. What it means is you may have some anemia, you see what I mean, and trying to explain to you in easy term
Mm-hmm.
what your lab mean. So technically, when you receive your labs in the app, or when you go to yeah, like when you get your lab result,
Mm-hmm.
usually it follows by some comments, like everything is well, come back in 6 months. You have to look for those comments. If they don't call you, they'll leave a comment in the patient portal.
Yeah, normally, for
Yeah.
sure.
So, and then if you don't understand, you can actually call the office and say, hey, I had this lab done, what this mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. I feel like you have to really talk to your provider because they know that you don't know the technical words, and it's not fair to use the medical jargon, les jargons médicaux là pour parler aux patients. No, you know. I remember I had my hemoglobin level was hemoglobin no iron levels were very low, and I was still in nursing school. It was just fun for me to see that because it was like I felt like I was in school, and c'était fun for me because I was in nursing school, and it was a way for me to learn too. Um, so they said that, oh, you should start your iron, like taking iron supplements, which were like the pills. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, they said that I was anemic. I never knew that I was anemic. Iron deficiency anemia, because there's a lot of different types of anemia. But yeah, so I started on iron supplements for, I think, a few months, but it didn't do anything. It didn't improve my iron levels, and I did not like the side effects, adverse effects or side effects. Um, And then so my provider said, "Oh, we should go higher. You should get iron infusion." So I was like, "Oh, okay." Because, yeah, my iron levels were just very low. That explained the fatigue, cold hands, low energy. I did not know why. It was because of my iron levels. So I got the transfusion for the first time, and I had a bad reaction to it. Really bad reaction. After the bag was empty, my hands started to swell, my heart rate went up, blood pressure up. I thought I was dying. I thought I was dying, and I was the worst patient too. Like, they had to restrain me to give me, EpiPen. Cause no, you cannot stick me. No, I don't like needles.
Oh
So
wow,
like
you bad.
5 or 6 nurses were like holding my hands because, yeah, I was just moving. So they
Wow.
gave me the shot, and transferred me to the emergency room right away. And yeah, they gave me like fluids, and ended up disconnecting that fluid myself.
Wow. You're such a
Yes,
bad patient.
just like you.
When I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant.
Yeah.
Is it an excuse?
Yes, because I have two hearts beating in one body. It's an excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. Nursing school is not hard. It's not impossible to make it through. Um, so
But it's doable. So for everybody, Maris, Naomi, and everybody in nursing school or contemplating going to nursing school is a beautiful career. And even if you are not in nursing school now, I'm sure you are gonna come back 5 years later and say that you want to become a nurse because it's a beautiful profession. You can do a lot. You don't have to like your job. You can literally find another job tomorrow. So it's good. You're not gonna struggle finding jobs. As a provider, maybe you can, but it just depends on your location as well and also what you do.
okay.
But overall, nursing is good. It's beautiful. It's challenging, but you can do it. I did it. I did it 3 times, so you can do it.
Yes. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Did you try vitamin C with iron? Oh, yes, yes. Because, yeah, vitamin C helps with iron absorption. Yeah, I learned that. So orange, Anything, yeah, that it helped. Right now, I'm no longer anemic, guys. It's gone because I was able to improve my diet. I refused to take medication. I did not want anything else. No transfusion, no iron supplements. So I started eating beef livers, also chicken livers. That really helped my iron level going back to the normal, combining with vitamin C too. And also there is the beef liver. I don't know if have you heard of it? There it's like capsule.
Oh, I think so.
hmm That's also it helps with your iron, with energy levels. It's over the counter. You can get it.
Mm.
But kiwi and iron pills works great. Yeah, because kiwi is high in vitamin C. And then it looks like people are saying that the link doesn't work for the book.
Mm.
Why?
It showed the link or the code.
Guys, did you try the link and it doesn't work?
It should work.
It should work. Master
Mastering
mastering
nursing school.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. It's working, guys. It's right here. And then you
You scroll.
scroll down and then where it says book, right? The book,
Mm-hmm.
you add it to the cards. And then once you check out,
TV and iron pills.
I'm trying to see where I can put the discounts.
It's a checkout. You see like a tag.
Okay. So you still need to put your payment methods, right?
No, before that you should put a discount.
Okay. Add discount. It's all the way down, guys. When you
Yeah.
scroll down, add discount.
Yeah.
And then you use Nurse Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
That's it in one word. And then you apply. So what does it do? The discount, it's lowering it to, yeah,
70.
74. That's a big
Yeah.
discount.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as Gael said, you don't have to buy it, but it's a great resource. Recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy it as in no pressure. You
No
don't have
pressure.
to.
Mm-hmm.
But nursing student, you can also go, you can read the reviews as well about what other students are saying about the books and the flashcard. It's not just the book. I
Okay.
discounted the book, but I didn't discount the
The
flashcard
flashcard.
because it's fairly cheap.
Okay.
It's 50 something. But in the website, as I mentioned, I have a code. No, not the code, but like I have a sale going on right now that if you buy two or more product, you get it at cheaper rate. So you should try if you want the flashcard. You should try to see if it's gonna combine with the Nurse Olivia code and see how much you get from both. I didn't try, so I don't know if it's gonna let you do that, but I'm sure it will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so flashcards are pharmacology flashcards, and we sold out of nursing fundamentals. And I have sweaters as well.
Okay. And it's still in your website, all that, right? All these
Uh-huh.
resources.
Hmm. Yep, yep.
Wow, that's amazing. If you guys don't have any more questions, we're gonna end the live. But Gail, do you have like one? What's the last word you would like to tell nursing students or people who are watching right now about
For me,
anything?
the last word, I think I said it, but I'll say not do not give up. Actually, even anything that you do, uh it can be challenging, it can seem impossible, especially for others. no, it can seem impossible for like people can think it's impossible for you to make it happen or to do it, but
Yeah.
it's very much more possible for you if you have the right mindset. It's not everything that it's not that everything is hard is easy. No, sorry, no, that doesn't make sense. I say it's not that everything that is hard that is not doable. So nursing is
Okay.
hard, but it's 100% doable.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just, I don't know, use my experience. I'm 100% a product of starting from nowhere
Mm-hmm.
to making it to nursing school. I didn't have any other person I watch on YouTube or any inspiration like that because I wasn't on social media back then.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I trying to spread like awareness, if I can say that. I trying to talk about my story more and also inspiring, encouraging people. That's what I'm saying. I have all these products that I do have on my website, but you do not have to buy. You don't have to, right? But people, students who are purchasing have good reviews about that, and every so often are trying to update stuff based on the current
Need.
yeah, yeah, like data, like the study guide. This is actually our second edition of the study guide. The first
Oh.
one we don't sell any, yeah, the first one we don't sell anymore. So now we sell the second one. So I try to update as much as I can,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have to purchase. Okay. You don't have to purchase, but people are purchasing. So we are good. If you don't purchase, it's okay. We are good, right? So yeah, so don't give up and just keep your eyes on your goals. Nursing school is hard, but it's 100% doable.
Yes, yes. I like that. It's hard, but 100% doable.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this live. Naomi
Um,
said, "Thank you so much, Dr. Gaelle. You are such an inspiration."
oh, you can follow me on my socials. Huh?
Yes. So you are active on TikTok. You have a TikTok, Instagram account, YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
YouTube as well, but I'm
yeah.
not like as active as I want to. But yeah,
Hi, Blessing. Um,
yeah.
is it like time because of time or?
Because of time, yeah, because I got kids now.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Yeah, but guys, she's out there. She's definitely active on
Yeah.
TikTok. She does tutorials like medication pharmacology. She explains the medication. Um, she is also active. You're are you still active on Instagram?
Mhm.
You are? Okay.
I mean, what? Yeah, I am, but I haven't posted in a long time, in
Okay.
a week or so.
Yeah. Happy Easter, guys. Thank you so much, Gael, for
Thank you.
accepting to come to my live.
Of
Vraiment.
course.
Thank you for your time. We we said that we would do like an hour for the live, but we passed like we did over an hour because the subject was just so interesting and beneficial for the people, even for those who will watch later. Also, I'll try to post this live on my Instagram account too, so that people have the resource and know that there. So we decided to be the nurses, the Congolese nurses who wants to share the information and not just keep it for ourselves. We will learn together, we'll grow up together, and we'll make it together. So if you're in nursing school, don't be discouraged. If you are thinking about going to nursing school, there's always options. You can start with LPN if you're not too sure yet. um, I know Gael made a YouTube video where she was explaining the difference between LPN and RNs, but it's still
I was
nursing.
pregnant in that video, so
Were
excuse my
you were
face.
you working too?
I wasn't working, but I was pregnant.
Yeah, but I
So
remember
if I
that you
if I look weird, sorry.
don't judge her. No, you're good. You're totally good. Thank you guys. Thank you so much and have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.